Hey, you any good at getting into places you aren't meant to be? This doesn't sit quite right, but I know we're justified in doing this.
Pilots are reminded to exercise caution when traveling and to remain vigilant at all times.
Okay, so here's a bit more about the job.
Constant shift changes have ruined my sleep schedule. Constant strain. I don't know how much more I can put up with.
Lucky. Back-to-back shifts in the last 7 days.
Guess we should get back to it then.
Till later then. Pity. I could have really used your help.
I've got a morally dubious opportunity. With a bit of luck, you'll have them ship-shape in no time. Assuming everything goes to plan, I'll see you soon.
Long or lean, over I surf with a splash of water. It don't matter.
No matter what brings you here, or how long you intend to stay, you are welcome at this port.
You looking for a job? I need someone discreet. I'm sure you know this, but I won't be able to offer any backup. You're missing out on a hell of an opportunity here.
Takada has been in business for over 8 years, but the philosophy that guided our first steps still guides us now. Every Takada product.
Welcome to Apex Interstellar. Where would you like to go?
Apex Interstellar Transport accepts no responsibility for any grievances sustained while aboard an Apex vessel, including...
Excellent. Your shuttle is ready for you. Have a good trip.
Thanks for choosing Apex.
Convenience and safety, pacification placements are this station.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Control Apex 187, ready for docking. Just let me know. We're just coming into land now. Have a nice day.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
If you don't mind getting on the wrong side of the law, you could really help me out. Believe me, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over asking you to do this. Okay, so here's a bit more about the job. Not for you, huh? Well, no hard feelings.
Apex Interstellar Transport accepts no responsibility for any grievances
Hello.
sustained while on board, including but not limited to.
You look like someone who can handle themselves. Are you looking for work? You won't just be doing me a favor, you'll be doing the whole damn system one. This is everything else I can tell you. Pity. I could have really used used your help.
Need a job? If you're not it's nothing violent per se, but I wouldn't leave your gun at home. The job's still open if you change your mind.
If you don't mind getting on the wrong, for your sake, try not to be seen. I don't know how welcome you'll be there. This is everything else I can tell you. Not for you, huh? Well, no hard feelings.
I need a trustworthy courier, and I know it's just a transport job, but it could not be more important. Please, don't let me down.
Retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Alliance unrest as Mahone and Kane clash. The front-runner candidates in the Alliance election have stepped up their campaigns amid widespread political and civil unrest. Prime Minister Edmund Mahone and Councillor Nakato Kane are touring across the Alliance, gathering public support to sway the Assembly when it votes on the 27th of May. Attending a business sector conference on the planet industry in the sound system, Prime Minister Mahone stated, "We've heard a lot of reactionary rhetoric from Councillor Kane, but it's much easier to be critical than constructive. She has done little to secure the prosperity of our people and companies, which was my primary focus over the last 6 years." At a protest march on New Caledonia in the Alcade system, Councillor Kane addressed the crowd. "Again, the Thargoids lash out at our presence. Again, we prop up the other superpowers. Again, we pump money into Aegis and Lakon but not our own economies. Nothing changes unless Mahone is voted out and the Alliance takes a new direction." Opinion polls suggest that Mahone has retained majority support, but with a narrower margin than in February when the election was originally scheduled. Many agree with Kane that the Alliance should not have participated in the Galactic Summit, which led to the 9 Martyrs bombings. Federal citizens approve government scrutiny. The Proactive Detection Bureau, which monitors all civil communications in the Federation, has received a boost from the galactic community. President Hudson's campaign for additional data proved so successful that the PDB has dramatically increased the range of its surveillance. Deputy Director Bethany Blake of the Federal Intelligence Agency announced, "We are now able to discreetly scan almost every private and public communications network used within federal systems. As a result, arrest rates have soared and several organized crime rings have been dismantled." Shadow President Winters' efforts to distribute methods of blocking the PDB received considerable support, but failed to eclipse Hudson's initiative. This was interpreted by the federal government as a mandate from the citizens to continue its surveillance program. Rhiannon Grady, director of the civil rights organization Advocacy, told the media, "Since the vast majority of citizens will never receive a visit from the FIA for their activities, the public has no sense of what they have lost. But history teaches us how hard it is to regain freedoms once you've given them away. The Federation has taken a large step toward becoming an interstellar police state with little regard for the individual." Mass Thargoid strike, emergency declared. Pilots Federation alert. Thargoid forces have invaded the Delphi system and several systems in the California, Coalsack, and Pleiades nebulas. Huge numbers of Thargoid scouts and interceptors have appeared within multiple systems. Aegis has mobilized available defenses, but also requested assistance from anti-Xeno squadrons and independent pilots in combating the Thargoids. Shipments of Guardian artifacts were recently delivered to the Delphi system as part of an
Surface scanned by 50%.
Aegis research program. Professor Albert Tesreau has speculated that the Thargoids' well-documented aversion to Guardian technology may be the reason why Delphi was targeted. 2 starports recently constructed by the Kumo Crew Syndicate, California Freeport in the HIP
Surface scan complete.
8390 system and Fort Zeno in the HIP 62154 system are among those seriously damaged by the assault. Archon Delane, the Syndicate's warlord, announced, "I'm not going to let these filthy aliens tear down what we've only just built. We need to teach them a lesson that even they will understand." All attacked stations have called upon the galactic community for help with rescuing their populations. Nova Imperium triumphs over Federation. Pilots Federation alert. The conflict in the Parisa system has ended with Nova Imperium defeating the federal-backed League of Mandu faction. Imperator Hadrian Augustus de Val had been targeted following accusations that he controlled the NMLA paramilitary group. He delivered a public address. "Our hard-earned victory brings great honor to all who fought against the Federation's invasion. Their arrogance justifies our long-held belief that the Empire must stand apart from other superpowers, but Nova Imperium will continue to serve in the fight against terrorism." Memento Mordanticus. Ambassador Catherine Carlyle of the Federal Diplomatic Corps made this statement. Although we are grateful for their zeal in combating the NMLA, our intermediaries at the League of Mandu have acted hastily and will soon depart from Imperial space. Pilots who fought for Nova Imperium can now collect their rewards from Dyson City in the Parisa system. Pilots who fought for the League of Mandu can now collect their rewards from Harmony's shield in the Parisa system. Parisa conflict risks war between superpowers. There are widespread fears that current hostilities in the Parisa system may force the Empire and Federation to declare full-scale war. The situation has been covered by mainstream media. The Imperial Herald. Hadrian might be the black sheep of the Duval family, but should he die by Federation hands, honor would demand retribution. Already the Imperial Navy is mobilizing in anticipation of the Emperor's reaction. The Federal Times. The evidence that Nova Imperium orchestrated the starport bombings is credible, but the possibility of subterfuge remains. Could the NMLA really fake so many orders from Hadrian Duval to such a believable standard? I on Akana. An attack against a Duval is an attack against us all, even if he does turn out to be a terrorist. How dare those Fednecs try to judge our criminals for us? Seoul today. Hundreds of thousands dead, 500,000 wounded. Our people deserve retribution. But as usual, all the imposers care about is pandering to their monarchy. Parisa News Network. The death toll is soaring as full-blown battles rage through our system. Parisans are terrified at facing conquest by the Federation. Can we rely on the Empire to save us? Alliance election campaigns resume. The election of the Alliance Prime Minister will take place on the 27th of May, having been postponed due to the Galactic Summit. Vanya Driscoll, political correspondent for the Alliance Tribune, reported, Prime Minister Edmund Mahone's decision to postpone the election for 3 months caused enormous disruption and mass protests. This may have mortally wounded his campaign to be re-elected as head of government for a second 6-year term. With hindsight, it's clear that Mahone was prioritizing the Sirius Treaty, a detailed proposal to unite the superpowers against the Thargoids. Unfortunately, the Galactic Summit was prematurely halted by the 9 Martyrs bombings before the treaty could be agreed. Although there are several candidates, Mahone's only serious challenger is Councillor Nakato Kane. She has been a vocal critic of his expansionist policies and gained much public support for her focus on boosting trade between Alliance systems. Electoral votes will be cast by members of the Alliance Assembly, whose decisions reflect popular opinion in their constituencies. No previous Prime Minister has served more than a single term, so it remains to be seen whether Mahone will defy precedent or Kane will follow the pattern of history. The Voice of Salvation. Pilots Federation alert. The enigmatic Salvation has sent a message to the commanders he recently recruited to discover the Hesperus megaship. The vessel was found in the Perseus Dark Region KCV-C22 system, after Salvation provided an access key to read its automated SOS. Pilots were then encouraged to deliver any surviving logs to Taurus Mining Ventures at the Hindmine asteroid base in the T-Tauri system. Patience Middleton, a
Orbital flight engaged.
representative of the corporation, announced, Salvation has authorized us to offer 2 million credits or 10 units of void opals for delivering the Hesperus's logs. This contract ends on the 21st of May 3307, after which payments will not be available. We have been asked to relay the message below. This is Salvation. I call myself this as I cannot yet reveal my identity, but my scientific breakthroughs will literally...
Landing gear deployed.
Warning. Dangerously low temperature detected. Warning. Dangerously low temperature detected. Overload in progress. Overload complete. Mission status updated. Overload complete. Suit recharging. Suit fully charged. Overload complete.
Landing gear retracted. Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Save all of humanity. The Adamastor and the Hesperus were just the beginning, as I have always known. For my intrepid agents, there will be further work to come. Little is known about Taurus mining ventures, and salvation remains anonymous. Commanders are therefore being cautioned against undertaking tasks for a potentially criminal organization. Federation attacks Nova Imperium. Pilots Federation alert. Open warfare has begun in the Parisa system between Nova Imperium and the League of Mandu, a federal faction. Imperator Hadrian Augustus de Val has been accused of masterminding the NMLA starport bombings, according to evidence provided to ACT. Admiral Natalia Lee, commanding the Harmony's Shield megaship, declared, The Empire refuses to arrest a Duval, even when he and his organization are brutal terrorists. In the name of the hundreds of thousands of federal citizens they murdered, we will enact justice. Hadrian Duval made an announcement from Dyson City, the home station of Nova Imperium. This invasion of Imperial space is based on false information. The Federation does not have the right to act as our judge, jury, and executioner. I call upon the Empire to come to our defense, as stipulated in the Treaty of Parisa. Nova Imperium is an isolationist group that believes in retaining imperial traditions and severing all ties with other superpowers. Hadrian Duval is the illegitimate grandson of Emperor Hengist, whose heritage was officially acknowledged last November. ACT is currently working to verify claims that the Neo-Marlinist Order of Madrid aided the NMLA on Imperator Duval's instructions. Hudson Initiative increases federal surveillance. Pilots Federation alert. President Zachary Hudson's call for data deliveries has enhanced civilian surveillance within the Federation. His campaign received more data than a competing request from Shadow President Felicia Winters, which aimed to offer ways of protecting communications against interception by the Proactive Detection Bureau. For both initiatives, pilots delivered anomalous bulk scan data, exceptional scrambled emission data, specialized legacy firmware, and unusual encrypted files. President Zachary Hudson hailed this show of public support for the federal government. Our citizens deserve security, and with their contributions to the PDB's databases, we are now in a better position to protect them against terrorism. Analysts predict that this outcome will boost security for systems that fall within Hudson's personal sphere of influence. It is also expected that a loss of public support will reduce stability within systems where Winters has authority. Pilots who supported President Hudson can now collect their rewards from Grizzly Dock in the Nanomum system. Pilots who supported Shadow President Winters can now collect their rewards from Ito Orbital in the Rhea system. Nova Imperium targeted by superpowers. The isolationist group faces attack by both federal and imperial factions after accusations that Imperator Hadrian Duval is the NMLA mastermind. The League of Mandu arrived in the Parisa system last week and quickly established a foothold. Admiral Natalia Lee, commanding the Harmony's shield megaship, announced, "Our purpose."
Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
No gravity. Magnetic contact active.
Good to see you.
You are a sight for sore eyes, my friend. It's really done. Skies above, I can breathe again. Thank you again. I can't believe it's done. I know it seems horrible, but there's no other way. Trust me. I understand, yes. Sorry to bother you.
I'm looking for someone with a gun to put something right. Get out of this alive and I'll buy you a drink. Pity, I could have really used your help.
Welcome to Federal Space.
Are you looking for work? For your sake, try not to be seen. I don't know how welcome you'll be there. This is everything else I can tell you. Pity. I could have really used your help.
The faster this is all over, the better for everyone. Okay, so this is everything I can tell you. I understand. Sorry to bother you.
Not be tolerated, and may elicit a response from Omnipol.
I'll pay good credits to someone. Needless to say, this is to be kept strictly between us. Yes, I thought you'd want to know more. Never mind. But if you know anyone with less scruples, please, do send them my way.
Welcome to Apex Interstellar. Where can we take you today? That's perfect. I've confirmed your flight.